These were so close to being a hoop shoe of the year, but one thing just kills them. Yo guys, Zakaragi here for a performance review for the Jordan Luka 4. So this might be one of Luka Doncic's best signature shoes so far. So before I get into things, I need you guys to do me 3 big favors. I need you to drop a like, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel as well. It really does help me out in the long run, and if you want to see me continue to do videos like this, then go ahead, do all those 3 things. And without further ado, let's get straight into this review. So this is Luka Doncic's 4th signature shoe with Jordan brand. I did try his first and second model. I did skip on the 3rd though. Now these do retail for $130 US or $170 Canadian, so about mid-tier pricing for our friends over in the US, a bit more on the higher side for all of us here in Canada. But luckily, you know, not many people buy Lukas in general here, so sales are everywhere for the shoe. I'm pretty sure also in the US. But as far as the box of the shoes come with, this is it right here. So we do have this basic box. It has a bunch of different lines on them. Don't know what that even means. And we have the Luka logo there. We have a Luka signature right here. And you guys were complaining that I didn't open up the box for the Jordan 40 video. So here you go. Let me open it up for you. I don't really know what that thing is inside the box. I think it's a compass, being that he does do fishing a lot. So there you go. And as far as the colorway goes for this shoe, this is the Space Navigator colorway, I think. And again, don't know the story behind it, but it's pretty cool in my opinion. I do like it actually. So as far as performance things go, let's start off with the materials. So the shoe is mostly made up of textiles. You will notice that it is layered more so on parts of the shoe that need more durability or support. So for example, on the toe box area, just for added durability, there is another layer of textile there. And then on the lateral side panel, there's more textile there layered on top for added support and lateral containment, which it does a good job of. So for the most part, the materials are lightweight. They did need a bit of break-in time, but not too crazy, honestly. They're good to go after that. All in all, they're pretty comfortable on foot. Didn't really experience any pain, any discomfort. And the main problem with these is actually the breathability. I didn't find these to be too breathable. I wish there was a bit more perforations on the tongue at the very least, but that's honestly such a minor problem considering the grand scheme of things when it comes to how these feel on foot. But moving along to the lockdown and support of the shoes. Now, when it comes to the lockdown, I did notice that when you do tie these up, you just gotta make sure that you keep the tension in the strings or else it will loosen up. So that's not really too big of a problem. So as long as you make sure everything is nice and tight when you tie these up, you should be good to go. And I had no problems with that either. Containment was great, no heel slippage issues. But when it comes to the support of the shoes, now support wise, the Luka line hasn't really disappointed from model to model, and that's mainly because of the isoplate system that's featured on these shoes. Now, the isoplate system was introduced with the Jordan Luka 1s and has sort of been refined from model to model. Now, on these guys right here, the isoplate system can actually be seen on the midsole, and I don't remember if this is the first time that it is being featured this extensively, but someone can let me know in the comments. But as you can see here, within the midsole, the isoplate system is there, goes across, and that really helps with the lateral containment, which is really good because the isoplate system was designed with Luka's step backs in mind, so it really helps out on those lateral cuts and lateral moves like a step back. And then as you can see here, it does continue on the bottom of the shoe, going under your foot right there. You can kind of see it through the translucent outsole. Now, this isoplate system does also act as like a shank plate, so you're getting good torsional support from the shoes. That way, you know, your foot doesn't move or twist in weird ways that it shouldn't, and it really does feel supportive on all those different types of moves. I didn't have any problems when I was playing in them, and they do kind of give you a spring back feeling as well, being that it does act as the shank plate. So when you load into the shoes, as you can see, it snaps back into place, so that really does help with kind of giving you a bit of an edge usage on court, but support, lockdown, I found to be pretty good for the most part. So when it comes to the fit and sizing of these guys, in my opinion, it is kind of standard, so not too wide and not too narrow. So going true to size should work best. If you're a wide footer, going true to size is also a good bet, but obviously try the modded store first if you can. But now diving into what's probably the best feature of these shoes, and that has to be the traction right here. So what we have is a translucent outsole that is full-length herringbone going in all sorts of directions, so you're getting a lot of multi-directional coverage right here. And as far as how these performed on court, it was unreal, honestly. Like, the traction on these is phenomenal. It didn't matter like what court surface I was on, I was getting consistent hard stops every single time. Didn't matter what move I was doing, step backs, crossovers, step throughs, these things held me down, and it was really impressive, honestly. Now they do pick up a moderate amount of dust, nothing too crazy honestly, but on those dustier floors, like any shoe, you will need to wipe from time to time. Nothing crazy honestly. And the rubber compound itself here does feel tougher for the most part, but I don't know if I'd recommend these for outdoors because, you know, it is a translucent setup, and typically translucent outsoles aren't the most durable compared to like regular solid rubbers. So if you're gonna grab a pair of Lukas for outdoors, then maybe grab his outdoor specific model. But you know, if you buy these for a pretty good price on sale, then whatever, I guess you can wear these and crash them outside. And finally, the biggest letdown for me has to be the cushion setup. So what we have going on here is full length Cushlon 3.0 foam for the midsole, and then we do have an air zoom unit right here in the forefoot. Now what you're getting out of these while you're playing with these on court is a very low to the ground feel with amazing court feel, but the responsiveness in these could have been a bit better because you're mostly getting that responsiveness from the isoplate system, not the cushion setup itself, because you can barely feel that air zoom unit in the forefoot right here. Like, when I was playing in them, I was really trying to feel it out and I couldn't get a responsive feeling out of it at all. And I'm mostly attributing that to how it's sort of placed within the shoes, because it is vertical like that, or in my opinion, you would have been able to feel it more if you had placed it horizontally like this inside the shoes, similar to that of the jaw 1 and 2. And then when it comes to the impact protection for these, it's weak, honestly. Now, these don't handle shock absorption very well, and that caused some pain in my heel area right here while I was playing in these. So, you know, someone did mention to me in the comment section on one of my short form content videos for these shoes that Luka doesn't really jump much. So am I surprised that the impact protection is like this? So I have to agree, honestly, but you know, the cushion setup is just disappointing, and had it been better, these would have definitely been a much better shoe. But overall, the Luka 4 is definitely one of the more underrated hoop shoes on the market right now. I really feel like Jordan Brand did a good job with these, but man, if that cushion setup was just a bit better, these really could have been like a candidate for top 5 hoop shoe of the year in my opinion. So comment down below and let me know what you think about these shoes. If you have any questions, any concerns, or you just want to share your experience with the shoes, then let me know in the comment section. I'd love to hear from you guys. But we're at that point in the video now. It's time for hashtag Zakuragi, what you rocking. And for today, I do have my New Balance 1906 loafers right here. So these guys, you know, you either love them or you hate them, and for me, I do love these quite a bit. So that is it for today. I appreciate you all for watching. I'm signing out. Peace.